Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own super green smoothie powder using the Breeze Dehydrator. You might have seen these types of powders around, but they can be quite expensive. You can actually make your own at home using scraps and perishing veg, which is an awesome way to reduce your kitchen waste. To make our super green powder, we need to dehydrate 2 full batches of green veg, and then we're going to use the Vibe blender to turn it into a powder. You can use any green veg that's laying around in the kitchen: broccoli stalks, kale, spinach, lettuce, herbs even. It can all go in together to make your super green powder. Today I've got some broccoli stalk, some baby spinach, and some lettuce that's looking a little sad now. All I need to do is give it a really good wash, pat it dry, and get it into our trays. If you're dehydrating tougher or more fibrous veggies like broccoli stalks, then give them a chop up into smaller pieces so that they dehydrate evenly. The leaves can go on as is. Once your other veg is chopped up, you can get it all into the trays and punch in your time and temperature settings. Stack the trays back up and set the machine to 65 degrees for 8 hours. It may take a little longer depending on what you're dehydrating. It's been about 10 hours now, so I'm going to have a look at our dehydrated green scraps and see how they're going. These have all dried up nicely. If you find that they're a little moist still, then you can put them on for another couple of hours before you store them. Before we blend them up into our powder, we need to make sure that we have enough volume to go into the blender. We've already done one batch here that we've kept in an airtight container while we gather up enough scraps to put on another batch. You should find that 2 full batches is enough to then put into the blender to turn into your super greens powder. So here's our 2 batches of dehydrated green scraps that can now go into the blender jug, ready to blend in the Vibe blender on nut mode until you get a really fine powder. You could use the tamp to help push everything down into the blades. In no time at all, the Vibe blender has turned our green scraps into the most incredibly fine powder. It's now ready to store in an airtight container, and you can keep that in the pantry for months. So this is all good to use now. Just to give you an idea, 1 tablespoon of this powder is about the same as 1 cup of fresh green veggies. This can now be stored in the pantry for when you're ready to use it. If it's going in a smoothie, then 1 to 2 teaspoons should be the perfect amount for it to give you that nutritional boost, but to not overpower your other flavors. We're going to use the Vibe blender again and our super greens powder to make ourselves a delicious smoothie. So there we have our smoothie using our super greens powder. It's not only a great way to reduce our food waste in the kitchen, but it's an awesome nutritional boost, and you just might sneak it past the kids. Make sure you give it a go at home and let us know how you go. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already to see more Luvele life recipes and other ways to use your appliances. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next week.